And we're back. All right, before we begin, since we're in the bedroom, let me tell a bedtime story. Which is actually part of the reason why I didn't play for the past day, or maybe not want to really play for the last day when I'm home by myself. So, yeah, my bedtime story is about my dream that I had. So, my bedtime story is about my dream that I had. And you need a little background for this. So, where I grew up in the United States is in the countryside, and the next house is like a mile away. And there's like a forest behind my house. The reason you need to know all this is because it gets very dark at night. Like you cannot see at night unless like the moon's really good and you have the windows open. If you have the curtains drawn, then like I would at night because I don't want to see things outside my window at night, then it's completely dark inside. So I would always sleep with the bedroom door shut. Because if I had the bedroom door open, it's like a black space, and I start to imagine things outside. My house is like one story house, but it's kind of long. And the garage was like changed into a bedroom. I would sleep in the garage bedroom, and there's like kind of like the bedroom space, and then you turn a corner, and then there's the door, and through the door is like you can see across the living room, down the hall, all the way to the end of the other end of the house. So in my dream, I was in my house I grew up in, and I woke up in my dream, and I like turned that corner because I was like going across the room because there was also a bathroom in that room. So, anyways, I get up and I look around the corner, and the door's open, which I normally wouldn't do. It sometimes happened when I'd fall asleep, like when it was kind of like daytime, and then I would wake up when it's night. But the door's open, and I could see all the way down like all the way to the other end of the house, which is like down a long hallway. And I look down the hallway. Anyways, I look down the hallway and I see something weird. And so I like kind of stop a second and like look down a bit further, and I see like kind of start to notice it's like hair hanging down. And then I look closer and I can see like kind of a white part at the top, but I can't make it out too clearly. And then I finally like start to understand what it is. It starts to make sense in my mind, and it's a woman. Sorry, let me get on camera. It's a woman going around like this all the way back, looking over like this, with her face where you can actually see it, and her hair hanging down. And once I start to notice, I notice like there's a big black part here and black parts here. So big black part is her smiling really big and like looking at me. And yeah, that's when I woke up. Had a kind of hard time going back to sleep after that. That's kind of why I didn't want to play this game for a day or two. Anyways, let's get started. So we going to sleep, I think. And that story is a bit long. I might cut it some parts, especially my pausing parts. So we're back in. Let's go ahead and go down this hall. I think there's something at the end of the hall this time. I'm just gonna guess there's nothing in these drawers because we've checked them before several times. There was something here though. Was it on the other side of the wall? Well, we didn't get hints about where to go, so let me just go this way. Let me see if I can go through. Is there a ladder up? I might try to ladder up this time first. Yeah, I'm really wondering if the like textures and things disappearing is supposed to be part of the game. Or if it's just my game that's doing that. Bellflower design. Kind of feel like maybe I should have gone the other way then. Or we'll explore here and cut it out back to the place where we're actually supposed to go if we're wandering around too much. Sealed by strong power. Can we take a picture of it? Okay. Let me remember the controls because I've been playing a different game, and also these are different. These are different controls from the other two games. Okay, let's go upstairs and see. Oh, there's something behind the stairs. Back here. Herbal medicine. Sure, that will be helpful. Alright, so let's see how much we can do. Trying to aim for about an hour for this video and for future videos. Do we need to save yet? Probably not. But we're going to anyways, just in case. So I'm really nervous about not saving. Alright, so let's go back here again and see if there's anything new for us to do. I hear somebody making noises, but I don't see anybody. Oh, there. Let's change to our lesser type film. Can we take another? Oh, maybe I'm supposed to go back to that woman. So I guess we have to go around the other way. At least got an item and we got those pictures which will give us points for. Oh, and actually, yeah, let's see if we can do points for our camera really quickly. Capabilities. Oh, we can do this. Maximum amount. Sensitivity. Special. We don't have the upgraded lens yet. I don't know. Maybe this. The explanations don't really make that much sense to me. Like, does it increase my? I would like them to make that a little bit simpler. Like, I think I understood in the other games, but in this one, I'm not sure. Maybe I just didn't read it long enough, but I feel like it doesn't really tell you which one's giving you more power. Lets me charge more, so maybe if I do a charge shot, I will hurt the ghost more, I'm guessing, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm just guessing. So we're going through here and then out the door. Let's check some things. Okay. I'm glad that it has random things in this game too. I really like the random things like that doll just dropping. I need to figure out how to edit videos a bit better, which we're going to practice this year. Ahead of me. Okay, not real ghosts. Seems like we're going the right way though. Alright, so we're into the area now. When she was revealed, it made the sound at the same time. It would have been a little bit more scary. But it weighed just a little, like a beat to make the sound, so. It's time to fight, right? Where are the ghosts? Okay, this is a bit weird. So we need to get these ghosts. And then where's the other one? Okay, where are you at? That one die? Let me see if I can run around. Trying to find out where this guy is. Where? Where are they at? Oh, is she a ghost too? I think she will. will. Yeah, I was gonna say I think she will be. Get the second one if I can. Not like me. Okay, so I thought we had finished that person's story last time, but I guess not. I think this is the end of that person's story. The bruise spreads. I saw the bruise clearly when I woke up. The pain is worse than yesterday. The bruise is spreading. A spreading bruise. Yoshino, Yoshino Takigawa had a bruise like this before she vanished. She was in the dream too. Was she having these same dreams? The bruise, the dreams, what do they mean? Alright, let's go ahead and save our game. Yeah, I'm really annoyed that I will not be able to get the new game coming out until, I'm not sure, but maybe my birthday or Christmas this year. So that's kind of annoying. Um, if then, and it'll be like the one new game I get this year. But we might not even get that. It depends on, like, you probably have room to get like one more game. Ray, this is Yoshino Takagawa's diary. They asked me to take care of it at the hospital since her family were all killed in the accident. They didn't seem to feel comfortable keeping it around the hospital. Was I right to accept it? Yoshino Takagawa's diary. I heard 8/10, so August 10th, sunny. I heard it's good for the heart to write in a diary and have someone read it. By doing this, maybe I will stop seeing that terrible dream. I'm sad being all alone. If I can have someone read this in some way, maybe I'll connect with them. August 11th, cloudy. It just has like a whole year of notes in here. My family and Naoya died, but being alone is more frightening than even that harsh fact. More than the accident itself. Being the only one living afterwards, waiting endlessly, that was more frightening. Left all alone in the total darkness, a sweltering night but freezing cold. Cloudy again. I had a nasty dream. This is skipping 2 days, right? Apparently we can't go backwards. I had a nasty dream. Snow fell on an old abandoned house. I'm all alone and lost, but they might all be in that house. I can meet them. I sense that. If I go in, I can meet them. They're calling me, but if I go in, I may not be able to return. But if that's what he wants. Bit by bit, I go in deeper. I'm cold. It's getting dark. I can hear a song. Nolly is in there. Mom, Dad, everyone besides me, all in there. They all left me behind, left me and went in, because only I survived. Rain, it's painful. As this is the end of the month. It's painful. Is the pain the dream? The tattoo spreads. The doctor says he can't see anything. Overseas, they apparently call emotional trauma after an accident like this PTSD, but I can see it. Rainy, she doesn't give a date. After sleeping several days, I'm only half awake. Gradually, I come not to know whether I'm awake or asleep. The doctor seemed interested when he listened to my story. Maybe he is becoming more sympathetic. But that dream and the pain are mine alone. Are mine alone. The pain is spreading. Rainy, not sure. Am I to blame? Since I'm not the only one who survived, but it's not like I chose to survive. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. What should I do? What? Forgive me. That woman is coming after me. I can see her even when I'm awake. Ooh, so we're gonna see her in the house too at some point? I can't take being touched again. I don't want to see anymore. Yoshina Takigawa's diary added to file. About the photo you gave me. There are marks on her. Don't you think they look like tattoos? Yoshina Takigawa. Tattooed woman. So let's do this one first. Yoshina Takigawa, the only survivor of a plane crash, she went missing from the hospital and appeared in my dream. She attacked me like someone out of her mind. A tattoo like bruise covered her entire body. And now the same tattoo is spreading across my body. If it carries on like this, then tattooed woman, the woman who appeared in my dream of the manor, her whole body covered in a blue tattoo. Yoshino Takigawa and the woman who attacked me in my dream both had the same tattoo, and now the same patterns are spreading across my body ever since she touched me in that dream. The dream, the bruise, the manor, are they all somehow connected to her? Okay. Let's go ahead and save. Return to the game. I guess we're just going straight back into sleeping. I don't know, maybe I should wander around the house and see if anything new's changed, but it doesn't feel like it, right? So we look up here now. Is this that place from yesterday? Hour 2, the manner of sleep. Alright, so we're finally to hour 2. And it's about hour 2 of my playthrough. There's something on the floor where Yoshino Takegawa was crouching yesterday. 4-point well key. It looks like an old well key red with rust. A 4-point well pattern has been carved into the handle. Alright, so there's a door we can go through somewhere. Reed screens hang down over part of the room where bedding has been spread on the floor. This looks like it might be an important person's room. Uh, this is actually a ghost. Oh, what? Who attacked me? There's another one of those guys. Yeah, I guess I have to kill all these other guys first. Come on. Need to get out of this corner. It's weird that she just went around like that. Should have gotten both of these guys, no? Right now we're on to the main one. Come on. Alright, so now you're back. And there's also another one. Where's the other one? We're just gonna try to get her really quickly. No. So that was her and all the other ones. I don't think we need to do a herbal medicine just quite yet. It'd be nice if we could just move this out of the way. Alright, so I don't really remember exactly where that thing is. If you couldn't hear that, I couldn't hear that either. It said something about never let her awaken from her dream. Something like that. Alright, we're gonna go searching for that door. I guess it's down this way. Oh, or maybe up. Why do you guys keep appearing and disappearing so fast? Well, I was gonna come up here and check things out anyways. Sorry I'm not reading all the, like, this is a chest. Right, we got Type 61 film. That's nice. There's a stone set on the door and several stones are inlaid. Perhaps it is a contrivance to unlock it. We tried, but it won't open. There's a minute script engraved on the stone slab. Sorry, engraved in the pedestal, the same number of panes as are engraved in the sleeping stone. Okay. So we can't go there yet. Maybe a bit later we will be able to. Let's try following these guys that we saw. We'll see if there's a door over here. Is that a door? This looks like a door. I guess not. I guess it's supposed to be like wooden boards. Alright, so here. Hearing some interesting sounds. What? I saw something. I don't know what that was. It looked like something floated up from the ground. Let's see if the door is back here. Door's locked. Yeah, it is. I'm glad we actually went the right way. Something somewhere. Maybe that's what I was seeing. Well, there's a man shape. Take a rope and paper festoons hang from the wall. The wall is cracked and marked with black stains. Something. Where? Out this way. Image of something has been caught in the photo. Looks like a hallway to me. Yeah, I have no idea what that is, so hopefully it'll be around here somewhere. Guess we're going through here. Something on the ground. Herbal medicine. Oh, we're on the back of that place we saw from the entrance. I'm just gonna guess where we're going is down here. We have to crawl. The passage gets even smaller up ahead. I can feel wind flowing from the smaller end of the passage. I wonder where it leads to. It looks in there only a child or a small woman would be able to get through. Okay, so apparently I'm not a small woman, but you see how big that is? Look how big she is. She should be able to get through there. Okay. I have no idea what that was supposed to be. Well, let's go check just in case. We're gonna go click on everything just in case. That was a hint that we should do something this way. No, doesn't seem like it. Okay, so I guess this is not where we're supposed to go. Unless something happens on the way out. Let's just keep going. Is there anything else? There's a door here. Oh, it's snowing. Oh, this is where we were in the beginning of the game. Yeah. I really like the snow. There's just something that's been caught in the photo. For me, the image looked like the stones that we just saw. There's an ancient story looking lock on the door. There's an image of two mandarins carved on the lock. The daydream, you was in here. So we see like the people that died and we survived there. Wow, really? There's nothing behind there? Alright, the well is often I can see clear inside. It's too dark for me to see clearly, but it looks like the well is run dry. Saw stones, a mound of gravestones piled on top of one another. I can't see any name or any other kind of writing on them. Maybe this is a memorial mound for the unmourned dead. Uh-huh. Alright, well, I don't see anything for us to actually do here. Oh, well, let's keep running. Let's, don't walk somewhere else. That's just unfair. Where'd he go? Oh, now he's behind me. Well, let's just take a picture of him while he's being weird. Oh, there's more than one. Uh, we're probably gonna get hit by somebody else. So let's try to focus on one guy while we can. Still didn't get him. Is that the only one? Okay. Sleeping stone carved in relief into a lithograph stone on the size of my palm is a horizontal line like the character for one. There's a raised bump on the back of the stone, maybe for fitting it into something. Okay, so we know where to go now. Men in white. The men who appeared in the black-stained corridor wearing ragged white robes and tall court hats, was it their voices I heard through the corridor walls, moaning? What was happening to them in there? Okay, so we can go back up, it seems. I think it's, was it back here? No, this is the one with the blocked off door. So it's upstairs. Oh, come on, I got him. I didn't even change my camera type because I was sure I would lose him if I didn't do it. Alright, so after fitting in the sleeping stone, the contraption began to move. My new script is engraved onto the stone slate. Engrave in the pedestal the same number of panes as are engraved in the sleeping stone. Okay, whatever that means. So you can move them 3 times. Okay, so I think we have to move them all, right? Yeah, so it's engraving on them by, okay, it's down. One more. Then let's go to this one. We can just do it 3, and that should be it. Right now we're upstairs. Is there a reason? I can see a door on the other side of the roof if I were to walk across the roof. Yeah. I saw something blue here. Where at? Alright, this way it seems. Over here. An image of something has been caught in the photo. Yeah, I can't really tell what though. Didn't give me any points. Sorry, I'm just seeing if there's anything over here. Seems like there was an item that I missed downstairs. It's interesting that they would let you walk all the way over here. I guess maybe it's so you can get the view and see that item on the ground. Hopefully we'll go back there at some point. And that snow on the roof doesn't look very good. I guess it was okay for the time though. Thought we're supposed to see something down at the bottom, but I guess not. Alright. There's an item here. Two mandarins key. A two mandarins pattern has been carved into the old key. I found a new part for the camera's hero. You have acquired the equip function evade. Equipment evade. Function addition of escape. When you're caught by a ghost, if your timing pressing the shoot button is good, you can evade the attack. Okay, nice. Let me go. He should be coming through the wall here. Wish I could get to the side of him. Maybe I can if I run all the way over here. Because I would like to have him. We're just going to have to do that. And maybe he'll come after me the way I want him to. That's what we wanted, so maybe we can get a double shot. Yeah. Just remember to switch to type 14. That should still count as a shot. Alright. So we got him. Let's switch back just in case. Oh. Huh? Did we just pick up that door panel? Wonder where this leads. Oh, just back outside. So we're gonna go back in for a second because I thought this was the different way. There's a joint in the floorboard, so it's held fast by something I can't get it open. It leads to another floor downstairs. Alright, sorry, 1 second. Let me see tools. Did we just get key items? Alright, so I have no idea what happened with the floorboard. But we have to go downstairs. I also want to check the camera and see the functions. Alright, so these are both equipped, I think. Oh, we can upgrade stuff too. I guess this. I'm not sure. I think that will hurt things more. I'm not quite sure though. Alright, so now we need to go down to the two mandarins key. I actually am going to save when I get back to the places with the stairs this time. Oh, yeah. I think that's you. So we were supposed to see something down there. And I can also get that item. I'm like I normally don't like the episodic kind of. So we're going to save now, but I don't really like the episodic nature of this one and five too much. I was going to say this. Um, I do and I don't. It kind of gives you a little bit of breathing room, which makes it a little bit more relaxed to play, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not sure. This one seems like more similar to a movie or something. Very more cinematic, more story driven. I guess they're all like they have all have stories in them, but this seems more like what I want to say, like a more developed story, like developing the characters and everything a lot more, not just finding out the story through. I guess we are finding the story out through notes, but there's a lot more information, like a lot more like development of characters and stuff in this one so far, I would say. But I do kind of like, for me, I kind of like just being stuck in a haunted house and being the whole thing, like not having breaks. Although I will admit it is kind of nice to be able to just breathe, but I'm guessing that won't last forever. All right, so we're out here. Behind one of these things is an item. Maybe it was that sacred water. I think maybe that was it. I should be able to get in here now. Did we just wake up? Seems like it. It's the same courtyard and tomb from that daydream. In the dream, you was inside. The manner of sleep. You got musty film. All right, well, let's check these things. I hear the phone ringing. Just wait a second. Inside the house was a courtyard. It was snowing. There was a line of graves and an even older house looming up behind. What about the musty photos? Okay, well, we actually got those this time. Files, text, other photos. Where's the musty photos? We have undeveloped film. Okay, I guess we should do those. Maybe those are the musty photos. I'm not sure. We don't have text. A musty film is a key item. Musty film that came out of the camera obscure. What can be on it? I guess we have to like maybe try to develop this too. Okay, let's save and then let's go check on the phone. The phone, I think, is in you. Was it downstairs? Yeah, it is downstairs. I was gonna say I think it's in use room, but no, I think it's downstairs. We need to do this, and we need to develop photos as well. Ray, it's Miku. Good morning. I gathered together all the information I got from the editor about the woman yesterday. I wanted you to see it. It's laying on the desk in my room. Okay, that's from the game, I think. It's laying on the desk. I thought it might have been the intercom at my apartment. It's laying on the desk in my room, so please go take a look at it if you like. I've gotten a little worried about all this. There's one other thing I wanted to check out. I'll be back after I finish. Kind of just seems like background noise, like not somebody's talking on the phone. Or like somebody's talking on the phone and other people are talking in the background. So we can actually go into Mika's room now. This is Mika's room, but I don't really like coming in here while she's out. But she said I could come in, so why are we stopping there? On the desk are a small dressing mirror and a lamp with a paper shade. Mika made the shade and the cloth that hangs over the mirror herself. Ooh, it's one of the dolls from the mansion. On the chest of drawers is a Japanese doll dressed in red that Miku brought with her from home. Yeah, that's actually like similar to a Japanese doll that my mother had from when she was in Japan. All those dolls are really similar. I'd see it almost every day. It was in my bedroom when I was a kid. Miku always keeps her desk so neatly arranged. There is a pile of reference materials and Miku's notes on the desk. She said that she had put them together for me. Yoshino Takegawa. The woman in the photograph named Yoshino Takegawa, 26. I guess that's pretty young. For me, at least. She was the only survivor of a plane crash that occurred in August. Following is a comment from a reporter named Ozawa who covered it. When the plane crashed, Ms. Takegawa was thrown out of the aircraft and was mostly untouched by the fire. Also, the arbor where she was thrown. Oh, the arbor. Okay. Where she was thrown became a cushion and she was thus miraculously saved. The arbor. You mean the tree? So she hit a tree, right? I think that's what arbor means. Arbor Day, right? When she rescued, but I haven't ever seen it used as just like a tree in that context, but I guess it works. When rescued, her external injuries were mild burns, bruises, and scrapes, and it was determined there was no threat to her life, but as it took 4 days to find her, she was very dehydrated, weak, and distressed, and she seemed to be suffering mentally. During those 4 days, she was surrounded by other victims. Her okay, so it's a comma. I was like, what? Because why is the apostrophe S? By other victims, her relatives, and her lovers' corpses. So she was basically laying where other victims and relatives and uh, her lover, whoever that is, corpse. Next is what I heard from someone at hospital admissions. After hospitalization, she was extremely frightened of being alone or sleeping. She apparently had frightening dreams and would, oh, like me, my frightening dreams, and would even hurt herself to stay awake. So now you can see how it's thematic for this game. Um, but over time, my dream, I mean, is thematic for this game. But over time, the amount she slept grew longer until she spent most of the day sleeping. I'm just saying that just in case you didn't get it from the first. At first, it was thought she was sleeping due to the psychological trauma she experienced, but her condition gradually grew worse and she would sleep for 3 days straight. When she woke, she would 3 days straight. That sounds nice for me who didn't get much sleep last night or the night before. When she awoke, she would complain of hallucinations, saying pain or there are bruises all over my body. Yeah, I wonder how she got through so long without the camera obscura. As her hallucinations grew worse, she became less responsive to outside stimulus during her waking hours. And she would sometimes mutter deliriously or sing lullabies. The past several days she hasn't woken, and the rest is as Ray saw. This is also just a hospital rumor, but the staff has a long-standing urban legend amongst themselves about patients like Takigawa, or who they call lost patients, or spirited away victims, as we saw a little bit earlier in the playthrough. Investigation regarding Yoshino Takigawa added to file. Placed between the pages of Miku's notebook is a copy of a newspaper cutting with today's date written on it. Patient disappears. On the night of the 9th, a patient disappeared from a ward in Katsuragi Hospital, and the police are currently searching for her. The missing person is the sole survivor of the August plane crash, Yoshino Takegawa. Mrs. Miss Takegawa became emotionally unstable after the accident. She was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and hospitalized long term. The hospital's response to her disappearance went no further than we are investigating the details. Miss Takegawa lost all her family in the accident, and concerns have been raised about her current whereabouts. That picture stand on the desk has been laid flat. Is this a photo of Miku and Mafuyu? Miku with man. The photo shows Miku with a kind-looking young man. A boyfriend? No, more likely brother and sister. She's always been cheerful enough, but I don't think I've ever seen her look quite this contented. I heard she had lost a family member. Could this person in the picture be? I wonder if Miku will also go to the mansion and will be able to play as her as well. Alright, so we're not going to sleep just yet. Didn't mean to do that. We need to go to our file. Actually, can we just go? Okay, it's L. Miku Hinasaki, the girl who works as my assistant. She's a sister of Yu's best friend. I heard she lost a relative. She's a sister of Yu's best friend, so she knows Yu's best friend is Mafuyu, I guess. But she doesn't know that he's the relative that she lost. I heard she lost a relative. The photo on her desk showed her with a young man who looked like her brother. She's always been a cheerful person, but I haven't often seen her smile as happily as in that picture. I wonder if the person she lost was someone she was very close to. Maybe she lost someone special just like me. Yeah, that's why I'm feeling like that small passage that Ray wasn't able to fit to. We saw Miku's very much smaller than her, even though she should be her full height as a teenager now. But maybe she'll be able to fit through there later in the game. And then disappearances. According to Miku's research, Yoshino Takegawa was asleep almost all the time just before she disappeared. After the accident, she slept longer and longer hours, and whenever she woke up, she would hum up what sounded like a lullaby. Apparently, the medical community is abuzz with rumors of similar occurrences. Hospital patients who disappeared. Is this another of those urban legends? Um, yeah. I don't know, it seems like for Japan with with like Shinto Buddhism and all that stuff, um, that it makes sense that they would start talking about that kind of thing. I think in the United States, it would be like a much bigger, like, what's going on type of deal. This is my apartment's the best place to play these games, by the way. It makes tons of noises. So we're going to try to develop the film that we haven't developed yet. I believe this is the dark room. Yeah. And Miku said she'd be back at night. So yeah, we can. Okay. An overall film from the camera obscura. Is there anything on it, I wonder? Yes, I do. Oh, so these are the pictures that we get. And in this game, it doesn't just show the places, we have to develop it, it seems like. This looks like the grave mound in the courtyard by the stairwell. Maybe I can learn something from this photo. And this one too. It looks like a old hallway with a picture of men on it. Black human-shaped stains mark the walls of a narrow corridor. Maybe I can find something out about this. All right, so we're I guess it fits with her job. Um, I guess she's like a reporter, a photojournalist, reporter type researcher type thing. It doesn't seem like she's been to her job recently. And Miku said she would be back. Well, that's cool. Oh, this we have the laundry machine. And then I'm just curious if something will happen. We have kind of glitches happening. What's out this way? Miku said she'd be back at night. Okay, this is just a storage space. Okay, so nothing's happening at night yet. There are some stains on the wall there. Maybe we should clean those. I knocked on the toilet door, but it looks like no one is inside. Okay. Interesting. Can we go out the front door? The front door is kept locked. Okay, yeah, I thought Miku would be back. Maybe we should go knock on her door and see if she has something to say. Nothing in there. Oh yeah. I did want to use this time because I don't think I have time to actually go back into the dream right now. My laundry is done. I need to go fold that. And it's been about an hour. I think if I went. Oh yeah, Miku is here. Miku, I was wondering if you could research this photograph for me. Ray, thanks. Miku, I was wondering if you could research this photograph for me. Thanks. Let me go look at everything in your room. On the shelf are cameras, some kaleidoscopes, and other little Japanese knickknacks Miku has collected. It's raining again. So I guess we've done everything we can do here. So we're going to save it and we'll finish this video here. Yeah. So yeah, I was pretty sure it would probably take like 10 or more minutes. And I wanted to finish at about an hour. Before I get overwhelmed and start to just ramble and that kind of thing. And yeah, I need to go do my laundry anyways. So hopefully you have a happy new year. I hope this great year is great for you, especially if this is the only video you watch of mine. This should come out on New Year's Day. But yeah, thank you for watching. We're going to be getting into this game probably more and more and doing more videos of it because I finished the other like main game I was playing. So this should come out pretty regularly now. Hopefully I will be able to get it out really regularly and don't get sick or anything like I did with the first game. But I think we should be good with getting it out. So yeah, have a happy new year. Hope this year is great for you. Please look forward to more videos like this. Subscribe, like, comment, all those things. I'd really like to know what other people think about this game, so please do comment down below if you have comments. So yeah, thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye.